What's up, guys? I plan to hurt a lot of people's feelings. It's just that time again. What I'm going to talk today about is goal setting. What I see with a lot of people is people set goals all the time. They talk about what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, but they don't do a damn thing. You guys just want to talk big, but you're not willing to work hard. You're not willing to do all the things necessary to get to that goal. A lot of people think, well, if I haven't gotten 100% better in one day, it's not worth getting. Nothing happens like that. Something that I want everyone, not just my students, but anyone out there trying to accomplish a goal, get 1% better every freaking day. 1%. If you're doing something to get you 1% better every single day, you're going to get to your goal. That's simple. Now, what I'm going to talk to you guys about now is the ReaperCrew. Okay, the ReaperCrew competition fight team. This is more of a mental thing than it is a physical group of people that go out and compete and fight all the time. Being part of the ReaperCrew is saying that you will do whatever it takes, however it takes. You will do everything the right way every single time. And if you don't, you're going to bust your butt until you do. Now, with the old school, the ReaperCrew, back in the day, and this is a story Bex told me, back in the day, there was a group of guys that were competing. Inside that group of guys, people would lose, but they wouldn't care. They had no guts to them. They had no heart to them. They would go out and do this stuff, but claim they want to be a world champion, claim they want to do this, claim they want to see victory in all sorts of ways. But their actions showed that they didn't give a damn about what happened. Now, if you guys know Jared Bex, you'll understand that he doesn't play like that. This upset him. And it would upset me too if I saw this in my students. He took the group of guys and gals and he said to them, hey, if you guys want these medals, it's because it's working. So what they would do, they would drill and drill and drill and drill and drill. Then they'd roll match after match after match. And they do conditioning. And then they go back to drilling. And then they go back to matches. Why? They're creating that mindset of never quitting. What I run into and what I see from a lot of people is that when a lot of people hit a roadblock, they stop. Oh, I'm injured. I can't do nothing. You have another hand, right? You have another foot, right? Now, what I want to talk about is how my professor raised me up. Like I said, he raised me. I started jiu-jitsu when I was 18. I was a kid. I had some type of mental toughness, and then I met Jared Bex. When he held the ReaperCrew competition training or whatnot, I had a broken foot. It was delightful to have a broken foot. Not only a broken foot, I've had jammed fingers. My wrist was messed up. I was wearing a knee brace, a shoulder harness. I was wearing all this stuff. Now, picture this setting. I was at the basic fundamental class that Saturday morning. Bex walks in, earphones in, hoodie over his head, not saying a word. Normally he greets everybody, but he wasn't saying a word this day. He was already getting in people's heads. Now, it was time for the work. He's cursing, screaming at everybody, saying, all right, guys, get your tennis shoes on, we're going outside. And not a damn person needs to get a sip of water. Which makes sense. Because after all, if you're there to train, you're not there to drink water. You're supposed to drink water before you ever get to the training session. If you're wasting your time drinking water, having to go to the bathroom, you really weren't there to train in the first place. The class time, the training time, the hard work time is a time to do that. Not look at what's going on, not check your watch, check your phone, get water, go to the bathroom. You knew what was going to happen before you got there. So we put on our tennis shoes. Now keep in mind, I had a broken foot. We ran. Of all things you can possibly do with a broken foot, this man said we're going to run. Not only did we just run, we did sprints. About 40, 50 yards, down and back for 10 minutes. Apart from that, we can't stop. And he's in our ears the whole time. No water breaks. After 10 minutes of sprinting, we shuffled sideways. 40, 50 yards. No water breaks. And then he said backpedal. This man had us backpedaling 40, 50 yards. Now, I played defensive back in college, but with the broke foot, that hurt. But guess what? You get over it. Everyone's injured. Everyone has some type of disability. Right now, I'm training a guy that's in a wheelchair that is wanting to be a boxer in the Paralympics. Now, this guy's out here working everyone else, all full able-bodied people. This man gives no shits about what he has. He's going to kick your ass. Now get that in everyone's mind, and you'll be able to accomplish everything. Now, after backpedaling, we shuffle sideways some more. Keep in mind, if you have a broke foot, going forward and backwards hurts, but when you have to shuffle sideways, that seriously gets under my skin. But guess what? I'm here to work. I'm not here to complain about my injuries, my boo-boos, and little things like that. Now, 40 minutes of nothing but running. This man says, put your gis on, we're going inside. Not only did we go inside, but we went inside and had matches. Not just an ordinary match, one person in the middle, 10 minutes, first person every minute, match starting back from standing up. If you're on the outside of the perimeter, you're doing burpees, push-ups, bicycles, whatever he said do, you did it. This one day, this one training session lasted about 3 hours. 3+ hours. There was probably some times I blacked out, but guess what? It's all mental training. A lot of people want gold medals, but they don't put in the work. That's the bottom line. A lot of people claim they want to do this. They don't want to put in the work. Whether you train jiu-jitsu for sport or self-defense, if you train it for self-defense, understand this. No one cares about your off days. No one cares if you're hurt. No one cares about if you're disabled. They don't care. If someone wants to rob you, they're going to walk up to you, punch you in the face, and take your stuff. Cool. Man, woman, they don't care. Crippled, they don't care. Arm in a sling, foot in a cast, they don't care. You have two sides. Train both. Train your mind. You can still drill. There was times when I've had my hand broken, my thumb jacked up. Bex told me, well, I better get good at grip breaking with one hand. And I did. I got good at grip breaking with one hand. There was a time my knee was messed up. The knee that I normally shoot off with for double legs. Bex said, well, you have another leg. Shoot off that. And I did, and I got good at that. So, when people want to complain about they can't do this, this, and this, but yet you guys have goals, you either need to change the goal or change your training. Don't keep these goals and talk about how you're going to do this stuff if your actions show that you're not going to do anything at all. Now, with that in mind, I want everyone to understand that being a part of the Reaper Crew or working towards having that mindset doesn't mean that you have to be extraordinary. It just means that you have to say, F it and move on. Just work. Show that you're going to do this. 1% better every single day will set you apart from everybody else. It doesn't take a miracle. Average minds analyze, great minds execute. This is something I'm trying to keep in my head no matter what. I have been very tired today. Today was a very long day. I was up and about doing all sorts of training for the gym and everything like this. I could have easily said, no, I'm not going to run, but I ran. I could have easily said, no, I'm not going to hit the weights, but I did anyway. I could have easily said, no, I'm not going to train jiu-jitsu, but I did anyway. I could say, no, I'm not going to do MMA, but I did anyway. Yeah, it might be my job, but I don't have to do anything. It's my building. It's my business. But I have goals that I want to achieve. Now, if you guys want to compete, and you guys want to compete seriously, understand that I've been to the top level. I've seen what it takes. Whether you're a little kid or, a grown adult that wants to be a world champion or a little kid that wants to play college sports, I played on the college level. I know what it takes. I've seen these world champions compete. I've seen these world champions train. And from some of you guys that talk as big as you do, understand that it takes a lot more than just running your mouth to make things happen. Yes, I might be classified as mouth of the South, but I'll put in the work. You will never outwork me. That is a fact. Now, I have belief and full faith in all my students and competitors that, you guys can do it, but it's something I want to see happen.